توی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا
Good evening. Today is Saturday, November 16th, 2024. This is Suleiman Talash and you are watching RTA News. In a meeting with the head of the World Health Organization in Saudi Arabia, the Minister of Public Health discussed efforts to build new health centers in the remote areas of the country and eradicate polio in Afghanistan. Maulavi Nur Jalal Jalali has also asked for help from the international community in order to improve the standard health services. Let's see more in the report. The 4th International Ministerial Conference on Antimicrobial Resistance in Saudi Arabia. On the sidelines of this meeting, Maulavi Nur Jalal Jalali, the Minister of Public Health of the Islamic Emirate, met with the head of the World Health Organization and discussed the construction of new health centers in remote areas of Afghanistan and the delivery of health services.
Minister of Public Health, Maulavi Nur Jalal Jalali has spoken about the construction of new health centers for remote areas of Afghanistan, as well as the access of people in remote areas to health services to fight against infectious disease and the eradication of polio in Afghanistan.
The Minister of Public Health also said that the Islamic Emirate is trying to increase and strengthen the financing of health system from its internal sources and gradually move the health sector towards self-sufficiency.
In his speech, the Minister of Public Health said that we're trying to increase people's access to primary health services, and for this purpose, inshallah, we will build district-level health centers from our internal budget. In addition, he requested that the international community should provide continuous support to the Afghan health system so that we can further standardize health services.
Resistance to antimicrobial drugs in the 4th International Conference of Ministers, the reduction of resistance to antimicrobial drugs, effective use, and together to overcome this challenge were discussed. Maulavi Sadrazam Osmani, Deputy Minister of Agriculture, Irrigation and Livestock, met with Maulavi Abdul Ghaffar Bahar, Afghan ambassador to Uzbekistan, to discuss facilitating the export of Afghan products, setting up exhibitions in Uzbekistan, capacity building of the country's agricultural sector workers, and importing improved seeds. During the meeting, Mr. Osmani asked the Afghan ambassador to Uzbekistan to provide the ground for export of the country's products and ensure their quality, and talks with Uzbek officials. Fazl Muhammad Saber, the Charge d'Affaires of the Afghan Embassy in Ashgabat, attended the International Telecommunications, Information Technology and Digital Economy exhibition held in Ashgabat, Turkmenistan. The Afghan Embassy in Ashgabat says that the representatives of 40 different countries, including Afghanistan, attended the exhibition and showcased their latest achievements in the fields of technology, telecommunications, and information. Dr. Abdul Bari Omar, the General Director of Afghanistan Electricity Company, along with Maulavi Ahmad Jan Bilal, the General Director of Emirates Company, met with the head of UNAMA's Development Division for Afghanistan. In this meeting, the head of the Emirate companies, while appreciating the activities of this organization in the country, asked for more cooperation of this organization with the company. On the other hand, Mr. Omar shared his suggestions and requests with the head of UNAMA Development Section on upgrading of the electricity sector. In response, the head of UNAMA's Afghanistan Development Office assured that he would share the proposals with the donor countries. The Ministry of Mothers and Disabled Affairs says that they have distributed more than 10 billion Afghanis to people with disabilities, orphans, and widows through the banking system in the past 5 months. The ministry spokesman said that a total of 653,000 people with disabilities, orphans, and widows were registered with the ministry, saying that the process of providing assistance to them is in continue. Let's see more in the report.
The Ministry of Mothers and Disabled Affairs says that they have distributed 10,409,000,000 Afghans to people with disabilities, orphans and widows through the banking system in the past 5 months.
The Ministry of Martyrs and Disabled Affairs distributed 10,409,000,000 Afghanis aid to orphans, widows and disabled people through a banking system since last 5 months, and this process is still going on.
The ministry spokesman added that a total of 653,000 people with disabilities, orphans and widows are registered with the ministry, stressing that the process of providing assistance to them continues.
Now the aid distribution for the second period through a banking system is going on transparently all over the country, including the capital, Kabul.
Officials of the Ministry of Martyrs and Disabled Affairs also say that all people with disabilities, orphans and widows will receive assistance through the banking system before winter arrives.
The High Commission for Refugees and Returnees Affairs announces the return of nearly 500 families from Iran and Pakistan. According to the information of this commission, these families have returned to the country through Islam Kala, Spin Boldak, Torkam and Silk Route. The High Commission for Refugees and Returnees Affairs added that besides providing services in the fields of health and transportation, it costs about 1.5 million Afghanis, and the financial committee of the commission has also provided cash assistance to the returnees. The Ministry of Energy and Water announces the start of a dam at a cost of more than 4 million Afghanis in Helmand province. According to this ministry, this dam, which is 95 meters long and 5 meters high, will have the storage capacity of 8,500 cubic meters of water, which will be completed in more than 1 month. The Ministry of Education says that in the first 6 months of this year, 125 new schools and 30 madrasas worth 1,224,000,000 Afghanis were built across the country. According to this ministry, in addition, a number of other repair and construction projects worth 200 million Afghanis have also been completed. And the final one is that the National Statistics and Information Office reported the distribution of nearly 20,000 electronic and paper ID cards are in the first 6 months of this year. According to the department, the ID cards, which include 13,445 electronic and 6,268 paper, were distributed by the Statistics and Information Department of the province, including the center, to all districts of the provinces. And that's all for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.
شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوي پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا